Hey nerds! Sadly, today has been a bit busy for me, so I couldn't get out the recording equipment, but I did want to just talk to you guys and, have a little bit of a ramble, a little bit of a chort at you all, and talk to you guys about a few things. I'm going to be recording Persona 5 later tonight, so that's going to be fun, but as you can see, I'm currently leveling up a Camilla, an Easter Camilla, because I figured this was a fitting thing to discuss, and, honestly, when it comes to seasonal units, there's a lot going on, but, let me just tell you, I'm wondering how things are going to be going, because, this is going to be the first time in a while that, well, actually, this is going to be the first time ever that we have an event that has been repeated, and I'm wondering if we're actually going to be getting any, changes to this, if we're going to be getting these characters back. By which I mean, of course, our Bunny Camillas, our Bunny Lucina, because, again, this is the first time that we're going to actually be repeating a, well, I guess a seasonal banner, if they're ever going to actually do that, or if they're going to be changing it and adapting it to what it is before, because last year, Camilla and them were released around the end of the month, about the 30th of March, if I recall correctly. And with them came a lot of fun little things. A lot of people were really excited to be able to get some specialty units, obviously. A lot of you were probably excited to do so. But, it was the first time we ever got a seasonal character banner, and it was the first time we've ever seen that happen. And now here we are a year later, and it's going to be a very, very odd world that we're going to be living in when you think about it, because, I'm not sure if they're going to rerun the event or not. Mostly, I might just be being a little bit of a negative Nancy because, I honestly expect them to really try and push, what is it? Legendary banners, but I could be wrong. And I don't know about you guys, but I know a lot of you didn't start playing, Heroes, even when these characters were returning for their legendary banners. A lot of you are still very new to the game, and I'm sure a lot of you might be excited to try and get them again, and I know actually quite a few people who would be. So I'm sure that, when it comes to some mobile games, they rerun the events. I'm hoping that that will be what Heroes does, but I'm also wondering if they're going to be bringing out any newer versions of these characters, or newer versions of characters for seasonal varieties and seasonal, characters, I guess. I don't know what else to say there. Just seasonal, changes. If they're going to be more Easter event characters than just, the ones we got last year, or if they're going to maybe change it up and do something different. It's always fascinating to me. And it's going to be really odd to see it because, okay, we have the update coming on the 8th. We have new characters that we know will not be seasonal, at least from what we can tell, and that's going to end about the end of the month. And there's always a lot of speculation as to what it's going to be, but it's always kind of fascinating for me to look at this and go, is that going to happen? So I've had multiple games, at least mobile-wise, that have done, things where they have run the events again, where they're like, oh, hey, yeah, come get your seasonal characters. And I've had other ones where they just don't run it again, and instead they do a newer event that has newer characters. And personally, I don't think Nintendo or iOS would make it so, you can't get them. But I honestly expect them to just be like, hey, you like free units? Or you like units? Not free units. I'm sure everyone would love free units. You like units? Well, how about, these special seasonal ones that have been around for a while? Let's bring them back. Let you have a summoning session on them. I really highly doubt that they're going to just sit there and, let it slide. Maybe I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt. I'm not sure. But, I'll just say this. I'm looking forward to maybe having another version of, other characters that would be spring-inspired, would be Easter-inspired, because, well, why not? I mean, the first event that we actually had was one of my more fun moments, because I remember very distinctly, Kish was like, oh, look at that one on the left is definitely Camilla, when they revealed the silhouettes for the first time. That was the first time they ever did that. I'm like, that's not Camilla, that can't be Camilla. and then it was. I remember that. It was hilarious. I had so much fun. It was a great joke, and you know, that was so long ago. Thinking about that. But this is gonna be the first time that we're gonna maybe get a retread. I don't know. I'm kind of worried. I don't know. Maybe the reason why I say I'm worried is because, you know, they've been depending on legendary banners a lot more to bring out these seasonal varieties when it came to characters. So I'm always kind of like, oh god, I hope they, you know, I hope they find a balance. I really do. And it's gonna be an interesting month to see how this is handled, because I know a lot of people really want to get the Easter characters. I know a lot of you are still looking for, you know, the bunny versions. I know a lot of you, some of you may have ended up with, like, Xander or something from legendary events. I don't know. But do you guys think they're going to rerun the events, or do you think they're just going to let it go as is? Put a comment in the, you know, down below. Tell me what you think. It's just a shower thought I had, basically, while I was looking over this, and I decided, you know, it'd be a good time to level up Camilla again. Get her situated, not so much situated, I already have a, you know, that ready to go, but, you know, it's a good little point to just look at. So, you know, this is just my daily ramblings, guys. There isn't much else going on, but do tell me what you think. Rerun or not? Alright, so I'll see you guys later. I'm gonna go and relax. Bye, guys.